People. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. I am here today to speak about the transatlantic slave trade and the police. And there was one more thing. Police and who else? Who else were we talking about? One more person. One more aspect. No, the smallpox and how the police are above the law. All right, so let's actually start with how the police are above the law. Everybody actually knows, for a fact that the police think they are above the law, just based on, simply killing people when they so-called are in fear for their lives. When people have a gun, or at least all my old niggas that I know that I grew up with, when they had a gun, they tend to say they have a Superman complex. Okay, so you mean to tell me, as a cop, you don't get a Superman complex when you have a gun, and then you having a Superman complex? I guess it. I guess with a badge and being in a gang, that Superman complex, just you expect that other gang member to have a gun or something too, because it doesn't make sense to me that people can be on the ground with their hands up, following the law, uh, like Philando Castile, rest in peace. And after that had happened, to him, I had a situation where a cop that seemed to be like a rookie cop to me. This guy had pulled me over for driving past a stop sign that did not exist right next to my own house. He pulled me over in my parking lot. Like, I'm the type of person, I back in all the time. I'm one of the people on the memes that they talk about, that they say, yeah, people that back in and they always trying to show off. No, I ain't showing off. I just want, yeah, when I gotta go, I need to make sure I can go. Get that. I need to be able to see. And ain't no behind me if I'm backing in. So when I hop in my car, you ain't sneaking up behind me. There is no behind. Anyway, as I'm pulling into the parking lot, I seen the cop and all that. I thought he was probably watching people with speed cameras, and I know there's a yield sign the way that I'm going. And this guy, he just appeared behind me when I'm parking. Mind you, I just dropped my kids off at school, and I got on slippers, and I showed him that, like, he didn't allow me to park. Also, like, he like ran right up on me. Like, if I would have not checked my mirror before hitting the gas, and I actually did let the car coast. When you put the car in gear, if you don't have your foot, firmly on the brake, the car drifts. So, I didn't have my foot on, firmly on the brake, car drifts. I looked back and I'm like, oh shit, this guy right here, he didn't, activate the audible siren. He only had the lights on, but because it's morning time, you can barely see the lights. So I believe my son was like 2 years old. He still got on pajamas. I just dropped my other son and daughter off. And this cop is like, yeah, I pulled you over because it ran the stop sign back there. And I mean, this is after I was like, hey, man, I live here, and, like, I know there's no stop sign right there. Here's my parking pass for this complex. Like, I, I'm not a new resident here. So the guy's like, yeah, I'm sure you ran the stop sign. And I'm like, well, can you go check? I'll give you my keys. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting in here in the car with my son. I show him that I'm wearing some, not sweatpants, but like some track pants and slippers. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't even feed my son. Like, this cop has on a too big uniform. His uniform's too big. And this guy just I'm already recording, and I think I can find the video if I still got that phone. But I'm already recording, and this guy's shaking as I'm explaining to him. Then he's like, after he refuses to go back and check to see if there's a stop sign there. I then explained to him. I was like, okay, so if I was going to continue straight, like, from your point of view, you could clearly see a line for those people who want to go straight. And I was like, at any time where you approach an intersection where there's a light or a stop sign, there is a line to clearly mark the intersection, or to mark the stop sign and the intersection, or the stop sign intersection crosswalk if you want to get all technical. But anyway, I explained to him, I was like, yeah, there's a line to the left, right? And then to the right, there's no line. And I was like, I saw you. And I purposely, I said, usually when I make that turn, when I merge to the right that way, I do not hit my brake. I said, I hit my brake just in case you decided to try to say I did not yield. And you approached me with it, I did not stop. And he's like, all right, well, license and registration. And I refused to give him my license and registration because I said, this is not a valid traffic stop. You're refusing to go verify whether or not this is a valid traffic stop. And I asked him to call a supervisor. He also refused, and his refusal was a polite refusal. It was an excuse. Well, you're refusing to tell me who you are, and I need to know who you are so I know who I'm dealing with before I have a higher up come and respond. So I'm just like, whoa. So you mean to tell me that you can't call a supervisor because I don't want to give you my name because I don't want to be added to your national stop database that is stopping indigenous people from being able to get housing right now. Yes, they are using police reports. I had applied for an apartment, and they told me when I was when I had no criminal record at all. I'm talking about beat every single charge. Besides juvenile, I took the plea deal, but youth act. After you turn 18, it's supposed to be uh, expunged or all that. Like I was able to get a clearance with the charges I had working for the Department of Defense under the Office of Personnel Management. Like my email address had the acronyms for the Office of the Secretary of Defense. Like, come on, man. Pulling up one of these natural tobacco right now because the other ones they killing us. They are killing us. But this cop, he did not. Me showing him my 1.5 or 2 year old child did not phase him at all. He still was afraid of me. He still thought that I had a gun or some other weapon, or that myself as a individual was the weapon. And like I tell you, I remember the feeling to this day, and it was not a good feeling. Like his energy, his vibrations, his scariness made me stop recording and call the police and ask for a supervisor myself. I then put myself and my child in danger to do this man's job, to ask for a supervisor. And then once they got there, I ended up giving them, I started giving them my name, but then I lied to them and told them a different name. You know why? Because why should I add myself to a stop database where I couldn't get housing because they said I encountered the police too much, even though I had zero convictions, zero, none, charges pressed, charges dropped, charges beat as an adult, no convictions. That's the new redlining, and people don't understand it. They don't understand it. But nothing changes, man. The history repeats itself. It's a circle. We're just going around in a circle, and sometimes like time doesn't exist. So history can repeat itself in the same day or the same month, and you don't realize it the same year. But that's still his story. It's the story of his. I'm not his. I'm a man. Like we need man story, or woman story or something like. And playing too many games, way too many games. But when the supervisor gets there, She informs me that the pseudo name that I supplied to the officers wasn't able to pull up. So they then that let you know they then proceeded and still looked me up, and that is a violation of my rights right then and there. Just like when you're driving your car and the police type in your license plate number, what are they doing? They are searching your vehicle to find out the registered owner. 9 times out of 10, the registered owner is the person who's driving the car. Why? Because insurance companies work like that. They want to have the other drivers on your policy. So a lot of people are wary about allowing other people who are not on their policy drive their vehicles because then they're not covered. See, nobody paying attention to the signs, but I see everything. The end is now. It's now time for the end of this tyrannical government, this faux government to fall. We don't have to do nothing. We can sign, away with the pen. The pen is sometimes greater than the sword. So why not go with the greater option first? I'm gonna get to that at the end of the video. Actually, that's gonna be another video. I'm gonna do another video for how to take back our country using the sword of the paper. Man. So we so far touched on all that. Oh, finish. I need to finish. I'm so sorry. The daggone cop, the supervisor. She still basically is like, well, I don't recommend you driving since, we've looked you up, found you out to, not have a license because I gave them a pseudo name. I decided not to correct her because, I was just like, you know what, that's fruit of the poisonous tree. That's information you got during an illegal traffic stop. If you were the jury and I was a judge, I would have to tell you to disregard that information. So, mind you, I didn't stop driving. I did not. No, not at all. Because I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of them because I am an indigenous man. And the indigenous educated man is the one they fear. And that's the one that they fear. So you gotta be worried of what these people are out here saying and doing to you, man. I'm trying to tell you, you gotta be worried. You really got to. It's not a game. It's not to be played with. Like you gotta pay attention. You gotta wake up. I just did a meme that said, you cannot read while you're asleep. Because anybody come out and tell me about a dream that they've had when they were sleeping and they were able to read a message from somebody that other than themselves, or read a book or sign or something that they haven't ever read before? Or do you even remember people talking to you in a dream? Have you had dreams where you talk? Notice when you wake up in the morning, well, when somebody interrupts you from dreaming and they ask you a question, you might tell them anything because the part of your brain that processes language is turned off while you're dreaming. Hence, you get like vibes or energy from the other people or projections in your dreams. You get vibes or energies, like you feel them to understand them, and then sometimes the understanding is still vague. But that right there is people in this world, in our reality, they are really, truly sleeping. They tell you, there's a proverb, an American barbarian savage, uncultured proverb that says, if you want to hide something from a redacted person, and I'm gonna just say a redacted person, a sleep person, a black person, a African American person, you put it in a book. And I just told you why you put it in a book. The internet is a book. It's full of pages, and nobody uses it. Nobody. You must never, and I am a strong believer of trying not to never say never, but you must never stop seeking knowledge. Never, ever, ever, ever. Now that you realize that you're sleeping and you're sleepwalking through the world, I understand why people get angry when I try to wake them up from sleepwalking because it's abrupt. It's fucking with their reality, their dream world. It's okay. We are all indoctrinated. It's totally fine. Nobody was told less lies than the other person. We were all told the same amount of lies. It's just how many of us allow counterfeit valuables to be stored within our vault up here. This is a vault. This right here is a vault. The secrets. They still don't know what it's made of. Because once they know what it's made of, they can unlock the vault. And then they can steal what's in the vault. But everybody be like, oh, you thinking too much into things and all that. You have to. A lot of y'all are smart. You know what smart is? Smart is muscle memory. That's what smart is. This vault is a muscle. This is an organic vault. It's not like the vaults that man make today. Man makes a vault that utilizes no organics. Look, I just gave away a patent right there. Oh my gosh! But that is the organics is what makes the vault strong. The organics is why hackers can't look at the source code to figure out how to break the vault. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. They don't even know the entire. They haven't mapped the entire genome of human DNA. Like I'm about to get back on subject because I'm going. I could do this all day. My regular videos, I'm trying to make them things short. You know, I don't want them to be long. I really want to keep them within 10 minutes because I realize sleep people, their attention span is definitely short, especially when they realize that they're lucid dreaming while sleepwalking, but they don't realize that they sleepwalking, and that's the scary part. They lucid dreaming and doing stuff, trying to control their dream, not realizing that their dream is reality, and they actually really have control over their reality. Like we so sleep that, and even I fell victim to it. I went on Lil Wayne and a few other artists was saying I'm not black. I did. I most definitely did. Why? Because I was asleep too. I felt like I was woke, but each day, man, when you search for knowledge, you'll find it. But you gotta know what type of knowledge you're looking for. I keep on telling people, man, I be offering people $200 to prove anything that I'm saying is not fact. Uh, I be saying anything that is a theory that I tell you is a theory of mine. I'll be saying I be thinking, or in my mind, that's saying that's my theory. It's my own conjecture. Like I tell people, I'll give them $100 to help me, debunk a theory. I give them $200 to help me debunk a fact that I cite with information from that edu, which is educational facilities. the same people who indoctrinated you all. Also, .gov, which is a government agency, and .org, which is supposed to be nonprofit organizations web pages. But nobody's gonna take me up on none of my offers. Why? Cause y'all scared to find out the truth. And you know what I'm saying is true. That's why you're laughing. What do comedians do? They tell you the truth. It comes out and feels like satire, but it's the truth. That's why it's funny. Like people get mad for waking them up while they sleepwalking or they laugh because they're actually a little bit woke. And it's funny because it's true. Like that right there to let you all know something. Like these people that walk among us, they have given you a slither of the truth on almost every single level. Like, for instance, the police, they allow you to call them 12. Like, that's wow. That is crazy. That these police will sit here and allow you to call them the number 1, 2. You know what the number 1, 2 is? The number 1, 2 represents the Aryan race, the skinheads, the current Nazis that we know for a fact runs around in this country. The current Nazis, like that's crazy. That's wild. Like, how can I not call a religious group barbarians, which is unorganized crime, or savages, which is also again unorganized, or uncultured, which is no taste, unorganized too. Still, I mean, dang, like how come I can't call this like they're not a race, but they claim to be our brothers, but they're not a race, but it's a religion. And I thought like there was freedom of speech when it came to religion, but people lose their whole jobs and all of that. Like this is crazy. Like how is people so sleep? How? It doesn't make any sense to me. I do not understand. I just I'm feeling crazy because I'm just like, dang, am I not reading articles that says that the NSA fed documents, not documents, information leads to the DEA stating that these guys are drug dealers, look into them and all that, and then they go and prosecute these guys for doing something illegal when they illegally obtain the information. How do you do that? Like how? And when you go to court, you have a right to your accuser, right? All this anonymous tip stuff is BS. It's for them to slide that information in there. Find out every single detail of how they came upon you, and bam, make sure there's a warrant every step of the way. But at the same time, realize that they don't even have jurisdiction over you. They don't have jurisdiction over the president. They claim, oh, he be on federal land when he's in D.C., but the federal land is it the streets that you guys patrol? Like, come on, man. Somebody made a post the other day talking about some D.C. protesters are in people's yards, banging on people's doors and all that. Like, they're trespassing. You indoctrinate. In D.C., you own nothing but your front door to your back door. And I know this for a fact because I was involved. I didn't even know the post office had police. So I wasn't involved, but I just so happened to be there. And, I was trying to get some cheeks. I got the cheeks, but basically, I snuck in early morning, got the cheeks. Next thing they police, what the fuck? IRS, post office. Bring me outside. Got my phone in my hand. Put your phone down. Put your hands behind your back. Freezing and shit. Like, man, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, man, I just got like I was trying to pass out. I just got a nut. But long story short, they wanted to question people. I was like, man, I want a lawyer. I don't know what the fuck is going on. And he's like, yeah, you be around. We know you know what's going on. I was like, look, I just said I want a lawyer. Then they took my phone. So I'm like, give me your passcode so we can get the information off of it. No, no, this is illegal. Oh, yeah, we have a warrant for everything in the house. Yeah, you see it says in the house. In the house. Anything in the yard, it's public. It's on public property. They took my phone that day. I wasn't about to get killed by the IRS and post office police. Imagine how that was going to sound. I got smoked by the post office police, the postal police. Oh, they were crazy. The postal police. They went postal on his ass. Long story short, the IRS had my phone, filed a complaint, stating that exactly what I just told you guys, that the district and the district, you only own your front door to your back door, and they left that in there specifically due to eminent domain. Now there's a loophole that, if like you have a gate, and your gate, it doesn't have to be locked but latched. Like, bam. But you seen that not stop the cops in the hood. So I mean, I guess why should it stop protesters protesting on federal land, which is public land? Why? That doesn't make sense to me. It's just like calling the police 12 should be a hate crime, especially towards Caucasian looking police officers. But it's not. Why is it not? You empowering them. The police have been found on Facebook and Nazi groups like that. That's not saying something to you. And Nazi groups on Facebook lost their jobs, having private police group chats and everything. Also, harassing their female coworkers by continuously like looking up their names, names of their spouses, people they're dealing with. That is harassment. But those female cops, no protection. Why? Because they're the police. Justice means just us. You are not unjust, and so you can't get justice. You only get injustice. Oh my gosh. Like this, you ain't unjust. You ain't. The letter used there, but you ain't. Ebonics. One word. Oh man, that's stretching it. I know that's stretching it. That's super stretching it. But I mean, yeah, the play on words though it's been real serious though lately, man. Like just the other day, I was just taking a shower. I be playing The Sims, so I guess the Sims game is inspiring me, and I ended up taking one of those thoughtful, inspiring showers that my Sims take on The Sims 4. And while I was taking that shower, the daggone the thought about the smallpox. Because first of all, I mean, I've been doing some research and finding out that the first of all in school they taught us that the Mayans, the Aztecs, and had disappeared. I forgot about what happened with the Incas. We went over the Incas a little bit in school, but the crazy part is they're like, what happened to the Mayans? What happened to them? They got pyramids like they do in Egypt, and like, dang, that's crazy. They actually don't tell you that. Like, you gotta figure that out yourself. That, dang, those are pyramids there too. But I mean, now there's a big, huge push. But the simple fact that people they don't think like, oh, there's pyramids there too. So the pyramid builders came over here too. Oh, well, anyway, the same people that gave the Native Americans who are truly the indigenous Americans, the Aboriginals, they gave the Mayans, the Incas, and the Aztecs smallpox. They also gave the indigenous Hawaiians smallpox in the 1900s. These are war crimes. There was no declaration of war. How did these other nations know about this doctrine of discovery? Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. These people think they are above the law. Justice means just us. You ain't unjust us. So you only gonna get injustice. But and I only keep saying things because I realize the Bible was reiterations of stories said over and over and over again. They're programming you. So yeah, I'm attempting to program you too, but I ain't programming you with fear. I ain't. If you don't do this, you're gonna go to hell. You're gonna perish forever, and all that BS. I'm not with that. I'm saying things to make you think, just to make you think. Got daggone police. They so above the law. They ride around with no seatbelt on. They ride around talking on their phones. They ride around stalking people. Like, how the federal government gotta, huh? If you ain't got nothing to hide, you shouldn't worry campaign, but y'all not watching y'all own employees. They should have found Edward Snowden. Hey, like seriously, like the government apparatus of spying on the citizens, 98% of it should be utilized for monitoring government employees, state and local, and three hops like that too with them, with the government employees. The same way y'all three hops with the goddamn citizens of this country. Three hops with the government employees. 98% of the entire apparatus needs to be focused at the government employees. So they would have caught Edward Snowden if they wasn't looking for needles and haystacks for people who don't work around valuable, sensitive information, or as they like to call it, PII, or classified. Like that's crazy. It doesn't make sense to me. It just does not make any sense. Like why? Why y'all spying on the citizens for? Like those iPhones, you can't talk on them for like past 2 3 hours or something, because they have an automated recording where they like automatically record the first 2 minutes of your phone call, and then they have to hang up if it's like a personal call and not related to whatever. And I'm giving it a stretch. It might be something like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I mean, I'm just exaggerating the time right now and giving them a break, but that's for a reason. That is for a reason. I had made a petition and I said that when that NSA stuff came out, that um I needed Obama to check and be sure that they weren't looking at our text messages, because if you text your email address from your phone, or anybody's email address from your phone, it goes through. Your phone number has an email address. And when I was working for the government doing IT, I never took the thought to go look and see, like, do the phones communicate like that with each other? But it makes sense for them to do that because the domain tells them who owns the server, which server to go to. If you guys know how um, internet routing works, I'm not gonna go into that. But yeah, nobody paid attention to it. You know why? Because nobody cares about how anything works. So you couldn't think about what I thought about. I care about how everything works. I care about how your mind works, how my mind works. It's like they do because they want the secrets out of it. But remember, they always tell the two minds. One thing that nobody can ever take from you is what you know. Nobody can ever take that from you, especially once you know yourself. Know thyself. Stop calling yourself sleep because you're cursing yourself. Your words have power. You speak things into existence. And it is time to wake up. I'm trying to get everybody to just wake up. I'm offering money for people who want to, talk trash and laugh. And, like if you want to talk like that, just be articulate and constructive with your criticism. Like other than that, like put your money where your mouth is. Like match me, shit. And then if you broke, you don't gotta match me. Shit. How you want to stunt when you come at me? That's I call that meat measuring. Men do it, women do it. Is is stupid. Like you meat measuring outside, standing on the corner selling drugs, and there's no girls out there. Like why you looking good for your homies with your pants hanging down? Like that's stupid. That's stupid. It's dumb. It is really dumb. But also, if you know about commercial licenses or trucking or anything, uh, a vehicle owned by a business is a commercial vehicle. Police departments are businesses. Therefore, and we all know the government is also a business, but the police department is a separate business entity. And I'm not going to get into that right now. But I didn't even finish going over the shower thing. Oh my gosh. So much information. Too much bullshit they're giving us. Anyway, so the thought that I came up in the shower, the information, the idea or the theory that it's not an idea or theory because it makes too much sense. But I was taking one of those thoughtful showers like my Sims. And I was just like, dang, Christopher Columbus gave my people blankets of smallpox. And small pockets of police departments blanket the nation to this day. Small pockets, smallpox, blanket. That's wild. That's wild. Like it can't be a coincidence. It can't be. I mean, we know history repeat itself. That's the only explanation I can come up with. Like that's wild. Like I don't understand how people don't feel that fire burning inside of them when they hear that to realize that you've been at war for 600 something years since at least the 1400s, bro. Maybe even the 1200s. I don't know, but you've been at war, brothers. You've been at war, and it's only been officially declared on you on the Reagan administration with the war on drugs. That was the war on indigenous people. Drain that swamp. Drain that swamp. Drain that swamp. DC used to be Chocolate City. But y'all keep yelling, drain that swamp. Guess what? They could chant that shit all day. But once they get you chanting it, you old niggas, the old niggas, what y'all start chanting that shit? That's why DC is becoming less chocolate, you guys. Right there. That is why. I don't know what else to tell y'all. Like, just pay attention. Like, be careful what you say. They tell y'all, don't speak death unto yourself and all that. That's because you really can talk yourself into getting killed, bro. Like, you keep saying you can't find a good man. That's why you can't find a good man. Bro. Yeah. Yeah, ladies, I'm talking to y'all. You keep saying, oh, men ain't shit. All the men you run into ain't gonna be shit. You said it. Especially if you indigenous and you got that original blood type. First of all, women are the originators. And if women with that are the originators have the original blood. People still trying to figure out the age old question: what came first, the chicken or the egg? I've simplified it for a lot of people. You know how to simply ask that question? What came first, Mother Earth or man? Are you not inside of an egg where you like can't see but you can hear and also feel before you come into this egg? You need Mother Nature, Mother Earth, and your physical mother to bring you into this world. Three women. Uh, and somebody had told me recently that women get their eggs. Well, women are born with all the eggs that they're ever gonna have. They're born with them, which means basically they get their eggs from their mothers. Like that's crazy. Like I don't know. Does that mean you need four mothers, four women, or four feminine entities to come into the world? Oh, that's too much of a thought session right there, though. But these guys, these police that you call them 12, they run the jails. Well, 12 or the Aryan race runs the jails, and they run the streets. I had posted a meme about that's it, George Floyd. He had got arrested for a counterfeit bill. It is illegal to possess, just to be in possession of a counterfeit bill. You do not have to have intent of knowing that it was counterfeit or even a intent of trying to use it. Just possessing the bill. Jail time, jail time, jail time. So when the police respond to a call for a counterfeit bill and they see bills hanging up in the business, why aren't they prosecuting the people that are in possession of those bills? The store owners own the store, so they're in possession. The not the customers, the employees are also in possession, or you can at least get them with receiving stolen property. Like they have access to it. It's in their possession. It's within their immediate area. That's like if a cop walk up on you and there's some, everybody else running, you just stand there and somebody threw some drugs at your feet. Who's going down for those drugs? You are, because it's in your what? Immediate vicinity. So I'm trying to tell you, they don't care about us, man. I also had seen a daggone article that they have very highly faulty drug testing kits. Those little road test kits, sending a lot of us to jail just because they want to. Just like how they kill us just because they want to. This is sad, man. It's a sad world, man. I gotta get a better camera. This glitchy don't blow on me. There's some trash. It's like looking at a old iPhone when they were stuck with the same megapixels for 5 years. Like dang. But yeah, I'm probably gonna lose viewers for that comment. But hey, I have to be unapologetically me, or otherwise I'm being foe. Am I a friend or foe? Huh, huh, huh. I ain't saying FOE. I'm saying FAUX. I believe I pronounced that right. I don't know. Definitely. Peace. spending too much time reading articles about issues with human rights. Too much time. Way too much time. Way too much time. Like, I don't understand. I've made the connections. Made the connections. They gave the Mayans blankets. Well, I don't know if it was blankets. I just know they gave them smallpox. Well, I'm pretty sure that's how they did it. Because he did the same thing everywhere he went. Like, point blank period. Slavery happens in jail. Like, come on, man. Slavery happens out here and you're free. Like, that's crazy. When like there's laws against kidnapping. Anytime you're holding somebody against their will, you're kidnapping them. That's when somebody goes and robs a bank, they always get a kidnapping charge. Always. Because you're holding somebody against your will. When the police are kettling you, what are they doing? Holding them against their will. When a security guard at a store, not a security guard, because I guess they are basically somewhat deputized, so they can't. Basically, they're not supposed to. They're not SPOs. SPOs have the ability to pursue, but a regular security guard, no license. Once you leave out that store, he can't touch you, do nothing to you. He can talk, he can say all he wants to, he see whatever, but they cannot pursue you. It's the same thing as if somebody breaks in your house and they're running away and you shoot them in the back. That's what they're doing. They're shooting you in the back. It's the same thing. Learn how to recognize what is the same thing. Just like god dang on defund the police. Trump don't care about us, man. Y'all are too sleep. Trump ain't say nothing about police reform bill until defund the police was taken off. Now, mind you, I need some water too. Studio staff, can I get some water, please, over here? Hey, mind you, once defund the police became a big old huge deal, right? Trump came out with the Police Reform Act. What does the Police Reform Act do? The Police Reform Act gives the police money, finances, increases their budget, increases the budget when we're calling to decrease the budget. Nothing's changing. We ask for you to decrease the budget because a lot of people were like, yelling, "Oh, we need the police. You know, get rid of them." We actually don't. We have so many other agencies that already take place of the police too. Like, and then mind you, we not have um security guards, SPOs patrolling copper colored communities in America right now? And the Caucasian communities, do they not have their shit fenced off, gated off, and private security guards who less likely look like SPOs? Like, but we can't police our own communities. We can't legally own a gun in some of these open carry states and set up checkpoints and hey, what are you coming? I mean, that's do what the police do. So what you coming into my not the police, the security do. Who you coming to visit in this neighborhood? You can't do that. Like that's crazy. That is crazy. Thanks, studio staff. What happened to the water? Oh, it didn't go through the filter yet. All right, that works. That works. I do like my water filter. I do. A lot of poison. They are poisoning your family, friends, and every opportunity that they can get, and every conduit that they can poison you, they're poisoning you. The same people who I'm saying you can't, they won't let you call them, unorganized crime versus the people that let you call them unorganized crime, man. I can't say that the people that won't let you call them unorganized crime actually uh, currently to this day, like produce deaths of indigenous people. I mean, there's a lot of saying that they have a hand in it. And I basically it's so many lies. It don't make sense. It don't. On another video, oh yeah, we on that video, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I was about to get on the transatlantic slave trade, but I'm still on the police and how the police are above the law. Justice means just us. And I'm saying that from a police officer's perspective. If I was a police officer, justice means just us, not you. I don't need no wine. Agua. But yeah, justice means just us. I don't know what else to tell y'all. You see it happening all the time, all the time. And we keep asking these people for money every time. Why are we asking them for money after they illegally went to war multiple times on our people in multiple different locations? They keep talking about we African Americans. I guarantee you, dang, I can't get there yet. I'm still not there. Oh my gosh, we still on the police. I still ain't finished even talking about the commercial vehicles, man. So that's what I'm saying. So much. I don't have a notepad here. I don't. This is live. Is off the top of my head. I got tabs open. I'm looking at other, entertaining things on, YouTube. I'm responding to comments to other people's stuff and all that. But yeah, this is off the top of my head. And I was diagnosed with ADHD too, which means I can think about multiple things at once and basically function on a higher level than other people. And then they want to give you drugs to slow you down. That's what Adderall was it Adderall? Oh, it was Ritalin. Ritalin slowed me down, but I mean, Adderall just I still wasn't me. I guess at first I didn't want the drug, and then they kept trying to give me the drug, and then they was like forcing the drug on me, and then I guess I realized Adderall like I was wanting it, so I had my doctor to like take me off, but they wouldn't accept that, so then he prescribed Ritalin, and Ritalin super slowed me down. I super had focus, but I mean it just depends on how much I'm into, what's going on, into or passionate. One of them could outweigh the other one. Like it just, you just never know. You never know. But the daggone police and the commercial vehicles. The police operate commercial vehicles, which means they're commercial employees. When you see the police on the side of the road, first of all, when they driving those big old trucks, right, and they have what's called a DOT number on them, they are more subject to more stringent inspections. Strenuous. I don't know what I said, but the inspections are more strict when the cops come up to the car or vehicle, and they're supposed to have a logbook because it's a commercial vehicle. When it has over a certain amount of weight, it has to have a DOT number on there, and having that number on your vehicle or just having commercial tags, period, allows the police to pull you over at any time for no reason. And then they tell you the police are called 12 because they work 12-hour shifts. But these same truck drivers that they pull over are not allowed to be behind the wheel for more than 8 hours in a day. But you want these guys driving high speed, wielding guns. You basically not correlate, but it is correlate. You basically correlating, you know, truck drivers having guns and being awake on the road doing their job for more than 8 hours and a day is stressful, and their gun could just go off at any minute due to stress from the job. But these cops run 10, 12 hour work shifts and allow you to call them 12. And oh, yeah, they're indoctrinated too, believing those because we work 12-hour shifts. I mean, no, it's because you guys are the Aryan race. You guys are the skinheads. You guys are the small pockets of departments, of private departments that blanket the nation, killing the indigenous people with your diseases. You know what is a disease? Murder's a disease. If I kill your brother, what you want to do? It's just like the cold. It's like a cold. I sneeze on you, sneeze on somebody I know trying to get me. Sneeze on your mama, you want to sneeze on my mother and my father. Pockets sneezing everywhere, giving us the disease of death, calling us black. If you want to hide something from a black person, you put it in a book. Because a black person is a sleep person. When you die, you what? You resting in peace. When you sleep, you resting. You just sleepwalking. I'm telling y'all, if it don't make money, it don't make sense. That's your ancestors talking to you. These proverbs have lasted through the ages for a reason. For a reason. Money is wealth. Wealth is knowledge. Knowledge is power. Know thyself. Sense, as in making sense, is pennies. Pennies add up. Sense has the ability to add up. Your brain is a vault and it has a counterfeit detector and it will not accept counterfeit. It won't try to arrest you for keep giving it counterfeits, but it will arrest you. You arrest yourself. You place yourself under arrest when you keep trying to feed your vault, this bank, counterfeit valuables, counterfeit wealth, counterfeit knowledge. Stop placing yourselves under arrest. That was a new one. I swear, y'all just watched it right there. I don't know if a light like shined through the window or the angel in the video. I wasn't looking at the screen right then and there. Definitely need to go back and like see if like like an angel was whispering and dang my ears wasn't even both of my ears wasn't even displayed. That's crazy. That is crazy. Thank you, God. That's wild, man. I swear, I swear. Oh my gosh. The daggone police don't care about us. They don't care. The judges don't care. They use an algorithm to sentence you. And if you are a so called black person, you're already dead. So, white power. But if you flip it upside down, it's power of the whites. Yeah, baby. Indigenous power. Anyway, I love you all. I just hope and pray that I don't ever have to feel like I did again. I think when Donald Trump first got elected, I was just like, I can't. I literally had tears. I was fighting back. Some of them broke through because of how brainwashed my neighbors as a whole country are in terms of digesting these lies. Digesting these lies. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's just crazy. Like, stop being so afraid of the truth. It's here, you see it. I have links for almost everything that I post. Like, sometimes if it's a theory, I'll tell you it's a theory. You check it, I'll tell you, hey, look, this is working theory right now. I'm working on this one. I'll tell you as a fact. Look it up. I'm thinking I should start telling people don't look it up, just trust me. Like that's what I might have to start doing. Like this stuff, it don't make sense to me. Yeah, I'm the only one that see, but now it makes sense. It's like because I'm using my brain. It's like your brain can see, but man, yeah, that's another thing I had came up with a couple months ago. Like, dang, you recognize with your eyes, and your brain has a cognitive ability. That's what it is, but they're not the same thing. Your brain got to process what is being seen. Like they show us imagery of us that we invented to make us feel like everything's the right way. Like I'm telling you, it's crazy. They teach you how to think. There's no intelligence in schools. There's only muscle memory, what you can remember. There's nothing about what can you contemplate. Nothing. They don't teach you how to do such a thing. They don't teach you how to ask questions because they tell you to ask questions at the end of the class. Do they not? At the end of the class, you forgot your question. Are you not following a lesson plan, instructor? Tell y'all, man, these people they purposely keeping you asleep, just like a lot of so-called African Americans. And I had $200 on the line for anybody who can prove after the Civil War and any of their family members have a proof of origin that they can show via the same way they make so-called Native Americans, who are the indigenous Americans, claim their ethnic background via what's called blood quantum laws. It has nothing to do at all with DNA. At all. Nothing. Not a damn thing. Everybody think they know everything. No DNA test company can tell you what Native American tribe you come from because Native American tribes won't take needles from this government. You know why? Because what was it called again? The Tuskegee trials. Doesn't Tuskegee sound like a native? Well, doesn't it sound like an indigenous American name? Sounds like an indigenous American name for a reason. That was an indigenous American settlement, village, town, something. That's who lived there. Indigenous Americans. And that's theory. But I'm pretty sure Tuskegee is an indigenous American name. First of all, it does not have a I in the name. It does not have a B in the name. It does not have a J in the name. Don't have a Y. Huh. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that that place is most definitely a Native American settlement. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Like, I don't understand how people just can't see it. How you can't see? How you walking around blind? And they got three eyes. Oh, they tell you don't mess with your third eye. Uh, oh, that makes sense. I think your God, their God, tells you. That's another time. That's another time. Oh, that's another time right there, man. Like that's not like that's not cool. That's not cool. you can't even like sit there and like uh uh uh, uh not consolidate, but like have friends of other religions. With some people, like, oh, you're atheist. Oh, you're the devil. Oh, you're a Wiccan. Oh, you're that witchcraft, voodoo stuff. Oh, you're the devil. We can't hang out. You going? I mean, it's recognize energy. You recognize intent. You know what I mean? Trust your first instinct. Your first instinct is the recognition of the energy. That's your the eye that you didn't know that you had, seeing stuff that you can't see with the eyes that don't see. They don't see. They recognize, recog or something. I forgot what that was. But that's all that is, man. That's it. They are wooing you. When we were called mulattoes, colored people, even Negroes, we still flourished, but we're falling right now. Why are we falling? We falling because they telling us to call ourselves black, because them calling us black has no power. Because you know what got the most power of this entire universe? Dark matter. Amen. Like y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. They making us say the spells in order for them spells to have power. You believe it. And seeing ain't believing. It's it's being falsely led. That's believing. To not question. You're not questioning things. Always ask questions. There's no such thing as a dumb question. Just like every shot you don't take is for sure a missed shot. You had your shot to get the information. Like this is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. I can't believe it, man. I just can't believe it. It does not make sense. And then now to the final, the grand finale. I'm pretty sure I got more stuff about the cops. It's just like I said, this is not scripted. It's off the top of my head. It's out of passion for the unconditional love that I have for my copper colored indigenous folks from around the world, because we are indigenous to like everywhere. Like I'm telling you, it's the only place I haven't started. Once I found out that the first people that colonized, what was it, the United Kingdom, England, Spain, something. Then we know they're the Moors in Spain, but it was England. They were also indigenous. Indigenous as in aboriginal looking, as in copper color, multiple variations that copper can look like people. I'm telling you, man, everywhere they went, they did the same thing. They did the same thing. The transatlantic slave trade or triangle trade does not make sense to me. You know why? Because first of all, triangle trade looked like it would run through what? The Bermuda Triangle, right? Hmm. Okay. All right. And then the transatlantic, it's like going around like a circle. And basically, the northern side of the circle, to me, looks like the type of rope. We have pizza in the studio. Oh, man. My studio staff suck, man. I guess we're not getting enough donations like Rolling Martin, so they only buy pizza for the staff. Can I get in with the pizza, please? I promise you, I'm gonna give y'all a shout out. I can't come out. Huh? Dang. All right, just dang. Yeah, that is it. I mean, you at least gotta spell it out with like five of them. That's only one. You said peace. That's five. Oh no. Um, don't tell nobody. Just hook me up. Don't nobody remember that meme I sent anyway, because Facebook be blocking ever since I started. They'll be blocking, they be shadow banning ever since I started talking trash about Facebook and how they was coming up selling your information. I told people to uninstall those apps before Cambridge Analytica. And I posted that screenshot most recently when I started going back on the Twitter. Like, come on, man. Come on. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. How can y'all be so asleep? I guarantee, I challenge every single last one of you so called African Americans or so called blacks. First of all, you so sleep. The census is about nationality or race. What is race? Where you come from? Right? 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 If your so called ancestors were slaves and they were here since the 1618s, and everybody that is born here is entitled to a birth certificate. Or am I right? I can't wait till I get special effects. Oh my gosh. I need special effects. ASAP. But everybody that is born here is entitled to have citizenship. Citizenship is naturalization. Naturalization, native. All of y'all that keep talking about y'all, these races that don't exist. If you were born in this country, you are a Native American. You're a Native American. Point blank, period. Those that know, their tribes and know for a fact that their family members have been here before the colonizers, like my tribe, who, allegedly hid Nat Turner for 6 weeks, but he looked like them, so he didn't have to hide. Like, that's wild. Like, how can y'all believe that? Like, none of y'all won't even look up the warrant that was for his arrest. Some white people, when I try to glorify Nat Turner, right? Oh, you're talking about the baby killer. Guess what? I figured these people out. They indoctrinated too. So, I mean, I can't be as mad, but I know the ones that had the access to the knowledge, the ones that definitely, their family made them spend time in books, they come across the truth. They know Nat Turner didn't kill no babies. You know how babies died? Because they were trying to flush him out. Is that not a war tactic? Have they not been going to war with us since they stepped foot on this nation? Come on, man. Y'all so sleep. I be wanting to cry. But I can't cry no more for y'all. I don't got no more tears for y'all, man. I got no more tears. You know what? Now I just laugh. And it still affects me that you truly believe in this. Truly believe in it. Hell be. That's where you're gonna be. In hell. For believing. Keep on believing. Keep on believing. All of you are sinners. Remember, he was born in a sin. After you get baptized, you go sin again. Because your people don't tell you the truth. And they brainwash you into doing things you wanna be sanctified and all that. Your creator slash creators and multiple different myths came down from the heavens and created bastard children. Where is his wife? And y'all wonder why. Subliminally, they say monkey see, monkey do. That's what you see in your mind, subliminally, when you think about them. But they tell you not to question it. You know why I don't question it? Because then when you're not questioning it, you go out there and you emulate what you're not questioning. You have to question even why the information that is being presented to you is being presented to you. This information that's being presented to you today comes from your ancestors who are my sponsors, our ancestors. And let's just take a moment and give them a moment of silence and thank them. Thank you, ancestors. But you guys, I'm telling y'all, keep being asleep. The end is near. The end of the tyrannical government is near. And I fear that you all will end up defending this tyrannical government. And the true God will strike you down where you stand, just like it is prophesied. Go ahead and keep killing yourselves. I still have a memory of you. You'll live on in my memory or the memory of your loved ones. And then when they die, you're gone forever. So why should I, you know, do anything but laugh? I want to frown that, takes away some of my life forces. So I laugh at you. You know why I laugh at you? Because ignorance is bliss. Y'all don't even know the original definition of the N word. Y'all don't even know it. It wasn't even in the dictionary in 1828. But yeah, you got so called documents calling you that, calling your ancestors that. Transatlantic slave trade is BS. This barbaric natured savage, savage and savages built a ship in the 1900s that was made of metal that is allegedly was built to be unsinkable. Unsinkable ship was not able to traverse the Atlantic like these unsinkable wooden ships. I did the math. They told you not every person survived, but I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I did the math. 12.5 million slaves. I forgot how many years. I did it 360 years. I did 360 years worth of 600 people per ship. And it came out to be over 20,000, almost 21,000 trips, saying that each one of those 600 slaves made it. Mind you, also I've spent time around the marina areas, and I've seen some historical ships. You look at historical ships, you will realize they were made for short people. So, mind you, you are trying to get some big, burly African men into these ships made for little people into a ship. And we supposedly are like uh uncivilized. We're supposed to be like we're supposed to be the savages, which means we're probably technologically disadvantaged. So will we not be afraid to get into something foreign? Or will we coerce to get into something foreign? Or were children forced into something foreign? I'm just saying, a spaceship come down here and some people that don't look like you beat you up, put you in chains, and try to put you in the ship in single file line or even one at a time. You've never seen this daggone vessel before. Are you going in there easily? Then how did like y'all know y'all put these people in here against their will? Why wasn't there some type of like safe door, a locked door to prevent the slaves from coming onto the deck of the ships? Like they have insurance on the slaves during this so-called transatlantic slave trade, but yeah, you can't find the proof of origin. And y'all know how insurance companies work. I mean, come on, man. Y'all literally being stupid. Like my B-more men say. Y'all stupid. Come on, man. Like how? How? Like were there not we have global warming, right? Were there not more icebergs present in the freezing Atlantic Ocean during the so-called time of slave trade before industrialization? Did the slave trade not give weight to industrialization, which brought on the onset of global warming, which caused the icebergs to melt, and the icebergs were melting, caused the Titanic to crash. Less ice in this water. And Christopher Columbus, I haven't read any time where he's went anywhere twice besides Haiti. Like that's wow. That is wild. That's wild. That's wild. That's wild. That's wild. That's super wild. Super duper duper wild. I don't understand. I just don't understand it. How could you allow yourself to be so brainwashed, so ignorant? That's true ignorance. True ignorance. Like that is wild. Wow, stop calling yourself black. Do like the Native Americans and call yourself a Native American until you can, because you can prove that you're a Native American. All you have to do, show the government the definition of Native American, uh, show them what naturalization is also. 'Cause naturalization makes you native. I mean, it's like similar to it, but you're a naturalized citizen. So, yeah, you're a native of that country now. Like y'all just y'all trying to listen to what these rappers are saying and don't even they sold they soul they sold they soul in order to have money to reach out for y'all. They sacrificed themselves. You are truly the sacrificial lamb, but they have made sacrifices to their image, to their name. They don't even own their name when they die. Just like when the slaves died on the Atlantic slave trade, just like when they died there, the ship owners got paid. The Caucasoids got paid. They got paid. Now, that's crazy. That is super duper duper crazy. And wasn't Michael Jackson not a indigenous American at first, and then they like made him white, and then now he's dead. You gotta realize, first of all, art. They always told you that when you was growing up, artists don't make no money until they die. Who making the money? Not the artists. They were bringing artists over in those ships, but those ships wasn't coming from Africa because the people who claimed to do it kept making it to America by mistake. They didn't have motors. You had to have a really unique understanding of the world. They thought the world was flat. They thought you could fall over it, off of it. So you mean to tell me they go one time and then realize they're not going the same way the second time? They're like, man, you know what? Fuck that. Maybe this side is the end of the world. We're gonna die this time, man. We can take our ass back. They was in no control. They had to go with the currents and the wind. When there was no wind, the currents pushed them. When there was no current or a low current, the wind pushed them. Like, come on, man. I don't know what to do but laugh at you, dead people. Because honestly, y'all are becoming dead to me because it's a new beginning. Keep being dead. Kill yourself is what you're doing. You're allowing them to kill you. I have, and I'm about to check Twitter right now too. I told the DC police, stop labeling us as black. That's racist. It's hate. It's hate speech, and it needs to be enforced. I tell you, I ain't see the DC police say we're looking for a redacted or dead sleep male since then. They could call us a light copper colored male, dark copper colored male, medium copper colored male, red skin copper colored male, uh, melanated male, lightly melanated male, heavily melanated male. Like they call you an African American or black. You so-called African Americans are thriving a little bit better than the so-called black people because you got a little bit of knowledge of self, but I mean we realize all the melanin come from Africa and all that, but I'm telling you that I can't find a shipwreck with dead African slaves in the bottom of it, right? But I can find one in the Gulf of Mexico that was leaving from Mexico. It departed from Mexico and was heading to Cuba. And this was a route. This was a route that these people take and they deliver slaves. And what do we know about the Latin Americas? Those were the what? The plantations where they broke you. That's where you got broken at, where you got taught how to be a slave. The children of Israel, really children. Man, you did not coerce no grown man. You did not coerce 12.5 million grown men. You know how I know Leopold, the French guy that was French. They tell you about Hitler in school, but they don't tell you about Leopold. Right? Leopold basically killed almost 3 times the amount of people of a race that Hitler, of a single race that Hitler so called killed. Right? And he did this after the slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade was ending and stuff, I believe, or at least with America wasn't importing anymore. So that's when he did it, right? How can y'all not put it together? It's just like, oh my gosh, it's sad that people really have to point everything out to y'all, and y'all still won't accept it. Let me tell y'all a secret. When you are in a group, right, on Facebook, it tells you how many people saw your post. It tell you that in your group. It lets you know. It tells you who saw the post. But y'all don't even understand how algorithms work. Keep just I needed to just work. I just needed to just work. I just need to be sleep. is what you're saying. That's like with the police text kits. It just worked, right? It just worked. It just worked, and they're illegally locking up these so-called black people because they already dead. They sleep. They already sleep. Already sleep. Already done. I don't care about dead people. Dead people are dead and gone. Don't speak of the dead. Come on, man. Come on. Mayans shipped to Cuba. Find me slave ship manifest that at least show slave names and owners. Like, did receipts not exist in the so-called Middle East in 32 BCE? 3200 BCE. The receipts not exist? Like that is crazy. Like this doesn't make sense that we know that we wrote receipts in stone. There's still receipts in stone in Mexico, or was it Mexico? That's what it's really. I believe the real pronunciation of it is supposed to be the Arawak pronunciation or the Mayan pronunciation. And Mayans, people with Mayan blood still live today in South America. They have taken blood tests to prove it, but I mean, hey, I believe they blood test is only going off a type O. The Incas were famous for blood transfusions, and in order for you to be really good at blood transfusions, you gotta either know blood types or have people that are the same blood, because you give somebody blood that they're not supposed to take, it's gonna kill them. So they were type O blood, Native Americans type O blood, the Aboriginals from Australia type O blood. Oh, they don't even teach you about the bunch of tiny little islands that are between Australia and South America. But we know the Phoenicians had ships. Hmm. The Phoenicians were stingy with their ship producing too. So stingy that the Romans had to actually reverse it. They had to find one that was crashed and reverse engineer it in order to get that supreme seafairness, seawardness, whatever. Well, I forgot, whatever. The ship didn't have sea legs when they built them. Just like the roads they built, the roads in Carthage where Carthage, I mean where they were invented, and the walls that were built in Carthage still stand to this day. But the roads in Greece, the historical ancient roads are still falling apart to this day, just like the Colosseum, falling apart. What happened to they tower that they had in Babylon? Y'all don't understand. That wasn't us. Anywhere we built pyramids, they are still there. They did not have the knowledge to build such a thing, and they blamed it on Nimrod because what? You spelling. Hey, you don't have the knowledge to reach up to the heavens. Stop. Don't do it. I'm still trying to figure out how the language got mixed up. Besides that is a metaphorical way to inform you to search in multiple places for knowledge. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know how to help y'all. Like, that shit, it just it don't make sense. It does not make sense at all. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Doesn't make sense to me at all. I could all be so sleep when it's a lot of things are literally in plain sight. in plain sight. In plain sight is melanin signifies indigenousness. When I was still in high school, I had did a post on Facebook that said one day, according to Darwin, one day we're all going to be black or white. But you people want to keep accepting this man's indoctrination and keep on believing him about being a so-called African American or black. You know why you accept the Africanness? Because the pyramids in Egypt, pyramid of Ra, and you have the pyramid of a sun and Mexico. Uh, bam, same people, related, relations. Like y'all so dumb. And now I'm just sorry, laptop. I love you. You've been with me for a long time. Played a lot of Sims and Empyrean and a lot of good simulation games to keep my mind off of my dumb neighbors. But it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. And I'm gonna keep on searching the internet for carcasses of African slaves found in the bottom of a shipwreck. Like I haven't found any like shipwrecks that didn't originate from America. Didn't originate. Like this is crazy. This is super crazy that we just falsely blindly believe this bull crap. It's trash. It's trash. That's why you can't all agree on it. Because you know why? It's not wealth. It's not knowledge. It's a counterfeit. It is a counterfeit. What happened when you keep on stealing money, stealing value, stealing wealth from a business? They sleeping on it, huh? They sleeping on their employees. That's you. That is y'all. Wake up. I'm not gonna ask, please. You are your own demise, not me. Call me a demon, the devil, or whatever. You're worshiping the devil. Your own God tells you the same God that they so-called used because they indoctrinated children to get the. If that story has any truth to it about kids, I mean, it's written down. It's on some reputable sites. But people getting on a ship called Jesus, they taught these kids about Jesus. That's why. You know who else kids they taught about Jesus and required them to come and accept education from Americans, Native Americans, the indigenous Americans. Yeah, had to forcefully basically allow their children to be kept as hostages during negotiations in times of treaties. And then those treaties still wasn't even upheld. Like this is crazy. This is crazy. You will never get changed. You will never get changed. You know why? Cause you crazy. Cause you feel like it wasn't you that tried voting, and just because your forefathers tried voting, you crazy because you're doing the same thing they did, and it's not working. The definition of crazy is to keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, expecting a different outcome. You're not going to get a different outcome. You're not. Stop being crazy. I'm not saying grab your guns. I'm saying use the pen. It's greater than the sword, they say. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. I don't even feel sorry for y'all no more. I don't. You know why? No disrespect. I have nothing against gay people, but I don't feel sorry for them about being gay or none of that. You know how I feel? more vagina for me. But I'm starting to feel less like that because I'm like basically married and all that. So don't tell my wife. I need her to feel like there's always competition, so she could keep it up, and keep things interesting in the bed. Have her thinking that I'm still in the other chicks. But this daggone slave trade stuff, man, is wild. Like you wonder why Native Americans was uh warring with each other because we had each other kids as slaves, and we did it in order to. We didn't sell no daggone body to nobody. The white man sold them to each other. Yeah, the white man, the white man. Like that is crazy, crazy. Somebody had wrote a very, very intelligent response to. I'm working on a browser extension that it basically it's going to redact the uh the things that prevents you from knowing thyself. I hope it takes off. I hope even some coders actually implements this into their stuff. Period. And I mean, all I can do is hope. All I can do is have hope for y'all. But keep on being already dead. I do not know what to do for you. You are your own savior. You keep waiting for a savior, one that did not exist, one that does not have a tomb, one who religion, that he was a part of ate him. And the religion that most of us are under, this man, and like it tells us in our religion that they ate him. Here, this is my body. This is my blood. Eat my body, drink my blood. Was he not the sacrificial lamb? You make it sound they trick you into believing that the sacrifice was for your sins. But if he was sacrificed for your sins, then why are you currently born in the sin? You fool. I'm telling y'all, you can't sit in they Valhalla. You know why? Because you created it. Oh, man. You created that Valhalla. It exists due to your power. And all you got to do is destroy it by not empowering these people. I don't understand. How can you not see that they don't care? Breonna Taylor was a hero, is a hero in this country. Her job description makes her a hero. I'm not gonna go there because I actually already dropped the video about that. But like I said, sleep people they don't understand algorithms. They rather like laugh or say angry or any type of response on your blogs, micro blogs. That's basically what it is. Like I'm talking to the same people that received gift and thought it was something new. They received gifts as part of their operating system and thought it was new. Oh, this is cool. Like, no, it's been out for 10 years, bro. For 10 years. They gave you $1,200 and still ain't give you your reparations. That's what they're gonna tell you with your reparations now. That you can't get reparations because you don't have a nationality. I don't know African come here and say I'm African American. I met one the other night and I told him, I said, bro, you're a fool. You just told me that you were born in Sierra Leone. I was like, I don't know if this is the correct way of saying it, but you're Sierra Leonean American if you have American citizenship, or you are a first generation immigrant. That don't make no sense to me. I also sleep. It don't make no sense. But I decided to make a video because I got tired of talking to people. And for instance, also you got Caucasians running around here talking about some. Oh yeah, I'm Blackfoot Indian, right? Blackfoot, just like Jesus supposed to have feet of bronze, hair of wool, but you a Blackfoot Indian, right? Where your black feet at, shawty? And there's a 1% rule, one drop of black and you black. Where your black feet, man? Like y'all letting them. I mean, they are Native Americans because they were born here. If they were born here, but y'all letting them disrespect the true indigenous Americans by even calling themselves Blackfoot. Just like how you're anti-Semitic by saying, "Oh, my melanated body, I'm the true Israelites." That's anti-Semitism. So is that not anti-indigenous American for these people who will perpetuate the one drop rule onto us, and then still, say even though there's a one drop rule, I got one drop of Blackfoot Indian, Blackfoot Indigenous American in me, that I ain't Blackfoot. No, you're not Blackfoot. I'm telling you, you're not Blackfoot. But you're not. Where's your melanin, bro? Blackfoot tells me that these Indians have melanin. Like, oh, at least show me the bottom of your feet. Tell me the bottom of your feet dirty as shit or something. Like, come on, bro. Y'all don't even wear socks, so I'm pretty sure y'all sweating the daggone. I'm specifically talking about those that have told me that they are so-called Blackfoot Indian. I've looked at their feet, and I always mention that reference about Jesus, uh, feet of bronze stuff, and I was like, yeah. And I don't say the thing about the socks to them. I just, I educate them. But y'all letting them disrespect us on so many levels. I was telling the police not to call us redacted, classified names, sleep, racist names on Twitter, and I am about to take my butt on there real quick just to go look before I go bragging to y'all and saying that they're not doing it. So many times they encounter me and even posted the law. It's defamation if they publish something I told them that I'm not. It's defamation. I can sue them. Companies, individuals. This is literal free money. All these other so-called African American educators out here are asking you for money. They asking you for money. I made a product. My product is a drug. That drug is knowledge. Once you get this knowledge, you're gonna be hooked on it. When you can start making the connections yourself. And I don't know where I heard it, but I'm hearing it in my mind. Be wary of the man that always want to put his name on everything, like Donald Trump. On the my way of so-called begging for money so I can get, so I'm not asking for donations. I'm selling t-shirts of knowledge, and the same knowledge that I'm selling of t-shirts I give out for free. I tell people when I meet you, I'm here to exchange knowledge. How can you help me better myself? If you can't help me better myself, if I can only help you better yourself, it's one-sided. I don't need to spend time with you. I don't remember a lot of people's names because they are not important to me because we don't have to communicate. If their name was remembered, it's just like how superstars, good publicity, bad publicity, all that shit is publicity. That's the only way I remember your name if I did not have to communicate with you because you received some type of publicity. I still love you unconditionally without the expectation of intimacy, but I only know your name because of publicity. Sorry. You did not. make yourself important. I don't know how to put it no other way. No other way. No other way. Dead people are not important. They're already gone. When dead people die, the world don't stop moving. When dead people get locked up, they get forgot about. The world don't stop moving. You're already dead. Don't be permanently dead. Wake yourself up. Pinch yourself. Stop sleepwalking. Google some of these things that I'm saying. Please. Pretty please. No, 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 don't do it. Don't Google nothing I said. Not a thing. Not a damn thing. Unless you're willing to try to earn $200 and proving me wrong. $200. $200. Now, the thing about the slave ships theory is paywall to find the so-called real documents. And the only ones that I was able to find that were free, I found two of them, and they were going from northeast America to, I would just say, fucking North Carolina, Virginia area to Georgia, Louisiana. I would just say Americans. I was so foolish. This man killed 15 million Africans, but didn't enslave these 15 million Africans like America did in America. That's how America got his wealth, right? Because he didn't enslave no, there was no Africans that got enslaved. There was no brothers that got sold. I didn't even hear any stories. When I meet people from Africa, from different parts of the continent of Africa, including the far North Africa that they call the Far East or the Middle East. First of all of that is one continent. One continent. They keep on talking about something. Eurasia and all that. Man, stop it. Stop it. They bucking them. Get your kids. They indoctrinating the kids. They taking them and teaching them that you ain't their fathers. You ain't their mama. These are real mamas. We saved you. You got freedom. You can eat all the candy you want, all the sweets. I love you, child. I love you. Your mama was darker than me. You see this? I'm pure. Because she had part of you in her. You came out dark skinned. She was a sinner. She's evil. That's just me just thinking how they coerce the kids with sweets and lies and bullshit and fairy tales. Ain't no heaven or hell. It's what you make it. You're living in hell because this is your life. This is your hell. It's your hell. Point blank. And it's only your hell because you choose to sleep through it. And then you're praying for somebody to take your soul before you wake. If you die, to take your soul, to take it, not to do what they say the Son does. He's the Savior, right? So if the Son is the Savior and the Lord, which you almost can't differentiate between capitalization and, well, I'm saying lowercase, uppercase when you're saying it. I mean, I guess unless you're yelling it, right? But if you're praying it, then I guess that's lowercase. And I just made that correlation about the praying. praying, and that just literally like it birthed in my mind, and I mean it was conceived in my mind as I was talking, and it was birthed out of my mouth, just like that, just like that. Like y'all watching unfiltered truth. I am unapologetically me, and I will not stop being me. And I will not stop pursuing knowledge, because the moment you stop pursuing knowledge, you're dead. I'm dead, Holmes. You are dead. You are dead. I'm just saying, if y'all want to keep on being dead, why don't y'all just jump off the ship? Because y'all holding me back with all this poison and this negativity. You speaking negativity to people and don't even realize it. Then you allowing them to speak negativity to you. That's why notice when I was in school, and this is wrong too, because I actually had a job where I allowed these Caucasoids, or that definitely they truly feel like my friends. It's probably like out of the whole entire staff, I said I can only say two or three of them ever made me feel like they either thought that I was inferior to them, or that they, recognized that I was a threat to them, or even that I perceived to be a physical threat of harm to them. Like literally only three people, and and like each one of them, I did not like. These are all out of these three people. This all individual traits of each one. Like they showed me some stuff. I learned a lot of stuff. I love them too, just like I love everybody else. But I do love people of melanin more because that's my immediate family. And people just don't understand that. They just don't understand. Like, that's crazy. That's just crazy. But I mean, I definitely, I stayed away from the Bible only because I had an experience as a child that scared the fuck out of me, and I just was like, I'm not ready to experience even knowing all that stuff right now, especially because I realized that, man, many men touched this Bible. Many men touched it. And then the book of Eli showed me the power that the Bible has. Like, y'all don't understand. Hollywood's been trying to wake y'all up too. Hollywood's been putting y'all to sleep. Hollywood's part good and it's part evil. But the good is God speaking through subliminally. They might not even know. Or they just like, you know what? F it. Put it in there. Hide it in plain sight. Duh. I was like, man, it's no more tears for you guys. No more tears. No more. No more. The end is now. Wake up or stay asleep now. Literally. Literally. Also, we ain't even have, I'm trying to tell you, like, these things that they've done to our people around the world, we really need a council to get together to really, like, this is not a one man's job. It's not a one man's job. Nobody can do this alone. To decode and decipher everything they've done, um, you can't do it alone. Just remember though, history repeats itself. History. History is a book. A book is a rectangle, which is derived from a square. Do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, bro. Mm, mm, mm. I love you guys. I love you, melanated peoples and copper colored indigenous peoples all over the world, slightly more than I love everybody else. I'm sorry, it's the truth. Like I said, I unapologetically me. because I just never felt right with lying, telling lies. It's silly, it's dumb, it wastes your time, it wastes my time, it wastes my time trying to come up with shit to back up the lie. It wastes your time because it don't make sense. And your brain, your vault, the bank, the real bank, the one that they trying to copy, that's why they got digital money now. You see, only so much money can fit in your wallet, right? Only so much money can fit in your safe, right? Infinite money fits here. I'm gonna do some videos later, man. I love y'all, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh my gosh, they scared of us. They scared. They fucking scared. Get the kids. I just had to do it.